All right. Good morning, everybody. Mighty Mike here. We're going to start off today. Today we have a great training ahead of us, but we have a mastermind meeting here of my favorite process servers in the industry, and we're networking and learning together, and it's a lot of fun. So I would love to introduce everyone. If everyone could take a minute and introduce themselves to the world. My name is Michael Reed. I'm the president and CEO of Mighty Process Server. I teach process servers how to crush it the way that I did when I built my process serving company, 123 Legal Support. And we continue to have a great time serving our customers at the highest level. All right, let's go to the next one here. Jessica.
My name is Jessica Claycomb. I own Washington ProSe process servers out of Washington State, and we serve Snohomish County, King County, and Island County, doing process serving, skip tracing, apostilles, and subpoena domestication.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, welcome, Mr. Brad.
Good morning.
Well,
Brad Sanders, California Process Servers, also known as Kern Servers, serving Kern County, California, the Bakersfield, greater Bakersfield area. Good morning, all.
awesome. Great, great. And Brad, I love to hear that you're getting some work, got CalisPro certified. Those are guys that don't know, California actually does like a certification class you can take. The state association does, and it's a great networking opportunity. Good stuff. We got a couple other folks on. When you guys come into the mastermind, I love to help promote you to the greater audience out there. If you want to come on, you can always go to Mighty Process Server, click on Classroom or Mastermind, and it'll take you to our group. It's free to join. And then you can join us here in the mornings, and we talk about all things process serving business. We have some niches that we focus on, like private investigation, judgment recovery, some other stuff that we're going to get into, but primarily this is about marketing and growing your business. That's why I created this community, so we can network together and grow together. If you want to introduce yourself, though, you guys want to have your cameras on, okay? That camera's off kind of tells me that you're just kind of listening in, which is okay, which is totally fine. All right, so today what we're going to talk about is LinkedIn articles for process servers. Okay, super exciting stuff, right? Okay,
No,
the
I'm
reason
excited.
are you good? It's one
Yeah.
of my it's one of my favorite things to do. So this strategy is it's just so good, you guys. If okay, understanding marketing, let me just preface it with this. Marketing is traditionally a branding and inbound, meaning I'm going to post some cool stuff. Someone somewhere is going to see it and call me. That's marketing. Prospecting is when you reach out to them. This is the closest it comes to those two things melding together. Because what we're going to do, I'm going to teach you here, is we are going to, and you can automate this thing. We're not going to talk about that today. I realized I've done a lot of automation videos and people are kind of like, what? I don't even have an account yet or whatever. So we're going to kind of, this one is going to be a little more entry level, and we can add on the last week here of this month. We'll do some more automation stuff. Okay. So today we'll talk about LinkedIn and articles, and podcasting is a part of it. We talked about podcasting yesterday. But anyway, all things LinkedIn today. So I'm excited about this. So let's go ahead and live. Feel free to chime in with your questions or comments also in the chat. Here in Zoom, it's a good idea to put your information. Your business information. Okay, good, good, good.
I just got started on LinkedIn and I made a post yesterday and over 100 people saw it. It was
Oh,
pretty
wow.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. See, LinkedIn is powerful. It really is. And I think it's grown also quite a bit. Um, okay, so I'm going to click on this. This article's not finished yet. I was hoping to have it done by this morning, but I've just been crushing it here. Let's see. Actually, well, I set this up. Jessica, what was your article about? Curious.
Just that my company got certified as woman owned in our state. So I just made a little chat GPT blog post about it and I posted it on there.
Very
And
cool.
I've been targeting specific people on there. Like I find them on the law firm's websites and then I add them and message them. So I just started all that yesterday.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's what we're going to go over today. And some of the ways to do it where it can be a little bit hands off. But you're very targeted on who it is that you're looking for. It's just so good. So good. All right, let me refresh this. Okay. All right. So let's go back to Zoom. Okay. So first of all, I love that you said you use ChatGPT. What I like to do is I take ChatGPT because I believe I'm an expert in marketing. I'm an expert in process serving. And for those of you guys, this is a quick little mindset thing for you. Those of you guys that think, hearing somebody say they're an expert, a lot of times people are like, man, he's so cocky or whatever. If you're in a room full of 50 people and you are a process server, what are the chances that any one of those 49 people in the DMV, you're sitting there to get your car registered? What are the chances that any of those 49 people understand what a proof of service is, how to fill one out, how to skip trace somebody, how to find somebody? The chances are less than 1%. Okay. It's very low chances. And that's what makes you an expert. So if you're a process server, you've learned some things about process serving, you can call yourself an expert. So congratulations. Today you became an expert. Okay. I give you permission. So some of this stuff, this is the last part that I'm editing. So I'm creating for this article, I'm creating links. I've just started doing this with all my articles, creating links so that if someone clicks this link, it'll automatically take them to the section where I talk about that. So that's what I haven't finished yet, in case you were wondering. So you got your little introduction, you got your links, so people could go to whatever the section is, okay? Now what I do is I use ChatGPT. This is like a mini course on blog writing. The last week we're going to go into this a lot when we talk about email marketing and your CRM, okay? But this is like a little preview, so you can start getting stuff set up a little bit and start thinking about this, okay? So you create an article, you can go to ChatGPT. You can say, hey, give me an article, which it did. It gave me a breakdown, was actually very good because it's been learning from me as I tell it, hey, add this, take that out. This is the service I provide. Please don't say this, stuff like that. I teach it. You can teach your ChatGPT about you. As a matter of fact, somewhere it was giving me some advice, and I said, hey, Mighty Process Server is not a process serving company. We teach process. I had to tell it, use this information for hosting. We actually do website hosting and we offer a member directory. So a verified members list. As soon as I told it that, its memory updated and it started giving me better data. It started giving me better results. And you can go and you can actually add, I forget where I did it, but you can go into your account and you can actually tell it more about you and it will remember it. And it's like super powerful. So once you do that, you can come over here and I get the article and I literally read through the article and change stuff as I go. It doesn't always put it in the proper font and things like that. So you got to kind of change it here and there and underline things and bold things. But I always give my 2 cents in every single paragraph, like what I want to say, if it doesn't say what I want, I completely deleted it. I removed 2 entire sections about SEO that I was like, this is unnecessary. Because we build websites, right? And then there's some SEO stuff in here though, but just things that were just monotonous, like pick a niche. It didn't have pick a niche. And I was like, well, I want to add judgment recovery, eviction services, right? So these are some of the stuff we've already talked about. Not the last week, but this very not next week because I'm off. I'm gonna be traveling, but then the week after that, Monday, I'm gonna start. We're gonna talk about some of the social things that we're doing and how to add. If you got some money to spend, I want to spend at least 1 or 2 days on this paid advertising, how you can run ads and actually do it cheaply. I mean, you could on a budget of like $100 a month get very good outsized returns just by understanding who your market is and who you want to advertise to. Okay. And then you have like a little call to action at the end, which I got to finish. I'm going to add some links and maybe add some text here. But anyway, so what I did is I told ChatGPT, you write an article, you tell ChatGPT, hey, great, I like it. Now create Look at this. Make LinkedIn a mini article giving them some bullet points of what the article will cover. Something brief. This is important because a lot of people miss this step. You don't want to give them your full article. You want to give them a brief summary of your article. And a part of the reason why that is Google, you don't want Google to find your exact article on LinkedIn, and because it doesn't have the same relevance. It's going to say, well, is this copyrighted? Does this person that owned the website also have this social profile? Google is smart, but doesn't necessarily know that. It doesn't really know that. So you want your article to be somewhat different on LinkedIn or on Reddit. So you take your article from here and then you go put it on LinkedIn. Let's see if I'm logged into LinkedIn, or is this going to be a fun day? I have an article stuck in my head, or a song stuck in my head. The one that's oh, what a beautiful morning. So it's just like ringing in my head. I don't know why I said that, but so look, 2 hours ago, I haven't messed with any of that stuff for over a week. Does it look pretty? No, but if someone's a process server and they're interested in process serving and this comes across them, if an attorney, and I didn't pick these either. I didn't pick these hashtags. They just see there's one that doesn't even have something. People are going to see it. And Opus created this. This just happened to pop up here, guys. I didn't plan this. It just popped up because obviously it's my page. So what I can do is I can come down here to Mighty Process Server. And I want to post this article, right? So, man, the Zoom window. Oh, yeah, I can minimize it. That's right. I forgot. You guys probably can't even see the Zoom windows, but they're like all over the place in front of my face. Okay, so we can write articles. Okay. We can write articles. So I have all these different posts that are coming across, new visitors that are coming in. Okay. Feature top content. Welcome to your new dashboard, right? So I can do a post. I can say, I want to publish an article. So I'm gonna do a design here in a second. Oh, beautiful. It came across nice. I love that LinkedIn pulls ChatGPT's font perfectly. I wish my website did that. I got to look into that. Building a strong process serving business. So here we go. I'm gonna take this, put it here. Beautiful. Okay. Look over this really quick. Well designed mobile friendly websites. Leverage networking. Okay, that's fine. But what I actually want to do is I don't want to drive them to any just one random page, right? So what I have to do, because I want them to go to my article. That's the whole point of writing the article on the website, is to drive people to the article with many articles, right? So at Mighty Process Server, we offer website design, hosting, and okay, I guess.
I have a
Really,
question.
yeah,
How
yeah.
do they know this is like a mini article? How would I know that it's not, oh, this isn't the whole thing?
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we're doing down here, right? So
Okay.
people start reading and they're like, okay, you got me there. Okay, you got me there, but you're not really telling me anything. You're just telling me what you're going to tell me. At the end here, you say, you say what you're going to say. To read the full article, click here. That's why this bottom one is
Okay.
kind of weird. So you don't want to go into this too far and make it sound like an ad, right? So that's why I'm thinking about taking this part off. So yeah, that's actually, I'm going to do that. So to learn more and read the full article and watch the read the full article and watch my full presentation here. Okay. So you could do something like that. That's what you would do. And then they can click there and it'll take them to your article. Okay. So what you do is you take your link. This is the article. It's not finished. And up here, the article's name is the domain link, which is kind of long, but it's okay because we're going to hyperlink it. Say we're going to take this thing to learn more. You gotta play with it, see how much of this you actually want to highlight. Oh, did it work? I'm not sure. Something weird going on. Usually that works really easily. Let's chat. Google My Business update. Just yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly. You just use a summary, even on Google My Business. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do full articles. You can, and it'll build an audience of people just looking at your article on Google My Business or on LinkedIn. But the idea here, man, I don't know what's happening. But anyway, we'll link it. I know it links, so we'll link it at some point. But let's create a design. You can create a design and add it here. What's really cool is ChatGPT will actually make an image for you as well. They're not always the best, but let's see. Okay, let's say I'll go ChatGPT. I actually usually make my own on Canva, but just for the sake of just for the sake of this, let's see. Create a blog image for this article. There you go. Let's see what we get. Um, okay, we're gonna try something different. So if you ever don't like the color scheme or whatever it is you're looking at, one little trick is you can upload a picture of something that you want it to look like. Add these colors and reproduce image. For an article to drive traffic, how to successfully serve someone the first time. Yeah, that's a great one. How to successfully serve someone on the first attempt. That'd be a great article. Nice, Brad.
You're welcome.
I actually came up with a list of I don't want to get too sidetracked here, but
I
there's
think that'd be great in the toolbox area too, but
mhm.
keep going. There's good stuff.
Yeah, so like right here's this is something called subscriber.ai. And if you have a YouTube channel that you want to basically say like what questions would your ideal customer or your ideal person like, that's what I did with my channel. And this is the list that came up with. So these are the next YouTube videos and articles you're going to see me create, like actually highly produced ones, not just me going live, but it's a really great tool, subscriber. It's spelled wrong, subscriber.ai. And it comes up with the exact demographics and everything. So your question reminded me of one of the questions that I think I saw in here. It's related to process serving very specifically. What legal requirements do I need to fulfill as a process server, right? You know, how do I find clients, right? There's a lot of this kind of finding clients and stuff, but it's related to things I've already made content about, which my customer, my ideal viewer, I guess, or watcher wants to see. So good stuff. Love it. I like this one. It relates a little more to the verified member badge. And it has some stuff in here. It's very heavily about verified members. So let's put create again with, although that would be good. There's nothing wrong with that. With a focus on process serving. I don't know, maybe that'll be good. Or marketing. I could even say with a focus on marketing. Let's see what we get. If you do this enough, what happens is ChatGPT starts giving you square images instead of the one you asked for initially. Let's see what happens. I'm getting all kinds of messages. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Process server, legal papers, verified member. Yeah. There's more color here too. What do you guys think?
I like that.
It's a little better. I mean, this one up here just seems way too vanilla. Kind
I
of
know
linked it.
the first one's like flat, right? You can't read that. The other one's different things, but up top, that the third one, my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this one's it is kind of LinkedIn-y. It does kind of look LinkedIn, right? Like LinkedIn, the way LinkedIn does stuff. But I want it to pop a little better. So anyway, I got that image. Let's see. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes I think they have it blocked somehow where you can't change the thing. We won't get stuck in the weeds here. We'll just upload this. Okay, good. Building a strong process serving business. Essential tips for new process servers. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's see if it'll read the full article. And let me just take this out for now. For now. Read the full article and get my 100 marketing checklist here. I want her and get my 100 point 100 marketing. Okay. Link. Nope. Go back to my website. Get this. Maybe my hyperlink is too long. I've never had that happen before, but it's possible. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back and edit it. So we just hit next. I got to put a link though, right? So hit next. Tell your network what the article is about. Add hashtags to help people find it. And then summary and teaser. Teaser with hashtags for this article. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's really beaten up on the websites and stuff. I don't usually I'm not usually that promoty. I try not to be. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. There comes with challenges, but the right strategy. Okay, so if I was going to do this for process serving, you just have to remember your ideal customer. Like as an attorney, you would say, at 123 Legal Support, we offer service support. You probably would say that, right? I imagine. So, view this full article here. You could just say, check out our article on how to serve somebody right the first time, right? Like what Brad was saying on the first attempt, something like that. But then it starts to almost lean more towards your teaching process servers, right? So I think that's a great one for me, but for an attorney, I think maybe saying something like how to get your filing filed the first time. Why? Because yes, you file things as an attorney, but I also file things because I'm a process server. And this is what I've learned, right?
This sounds silly, Mike, and I'm sorry, but how to find a process server?
Yeah, no, I've actually done something like that before. The best way to find a process server.
How to find a certified, how to find a verified process server.
Yeah, you could do that. The other thing too, I've seen that I really like a lot is saying, How to avoid hiring the wrong server. That's a good one because it's more fear-based and more like, clickbaity. But it's also true. If you hire the wrong process server, you may send it to him, and then a whole month goes by and it doesn't get served. No communication. You end up having to send it to somebody else, and you pay double for it anyways.
Right. Don't
Uh,
hire the wrong process server.
yeah, that would be a good one too. Congrats on publishing your latest article for Mighty Process Server. What does this want me to do? Oh, I could share it to my personal feed as well. Growing and thriving. Check out my latest article because this one's on my personal one, right? Article. All right. So the idea here is we're posting content. All right. I need to edit this, but I also have to finish my blog post. So I almost don't want to put the link yet, even though it's not putting it for me. But it does. It's a normal thing. It's just a glitch. Don't let little glitches like that get you down. Just keep going. Make a note to come back and fix it and keep rocking and rolling. Cool. All right. So one of the cool things, and this is something, Jessica, you mentioned just a second ago, is how do we turn this into business is like something you said you're already doing, which I think is amazing, is you can actually search for people. I want to make this very simple for people because it's actually people overcomplicate it. So we're going to try lawyer. Well, it's not my favorite one. We're just going to go through these really quick. So we're looking for lawyers, people who have lawyer in their profile. So we're going to click people. And LinkedIn is so good about this. Okay. When I say lawyer and people, we get 1,580 results. Something that LinkedIn lets you do that really no other social platform lets you do is search by location. You can search location on things, but they always just block it, right? They don't want you to, Facebook doesn't want you to find a David Weber in your city that you want to go to his house and mess him up, right? Whatever. So Facebook blocks that kind of stuff. It makes it more difficult. It used to be very easy, but after what do they call it? Webster Gate, or what do they call it? So there's something happened where Facebook got called on the carpet and there was a guy, Michael Bazell in skip tracing. He's got a whole book on skip tracing and private investigation and finding people. And I went down that rabbit hole for a while. That was my niche for a while, was skip tracing. And that's where I learned about judgment recovery, and it kept going on and turning into other things. But Michael Bazell had a whole tool that you could use for finding people. And it was similar, very similar to what LinkedIn has here, where you can search them. You could actually find groups that they're in. And then you can go into a group they're in and start a conversation about whatever it is they're commenting on inside of a group, almost like you met them in a store. This is what FBI, like CIA people do, right? Like in person, though, they'll find out where you go. They find out you go to AA meetings. All of a sudden, they're going to AA meeting, and then they share a story that they already know relates to what you care about based on your childhood, and then all of a sudden they're connected with you, and then now you build this relationship that's actually kind of on a false premise because you already knew all about them and what they cared. You know what I mean? This is some kind of crazy stuff people get creeped out about. But in skip tracing, private investigation, the good guys need to do it too sometimes so they can find out information that otherwise they wouldn't have found out. So, little tidbit there. I think it has something to do with my Mac, you guys. Let me see. Yeah, see, it just disappears. So strange to me. I just don't know how to use a Mac. Let's see. See, when I hold down control, it doesn't go away. How funny. Let's see if it'll let me type now. Orlando. Nope. How strange. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know why it does that. Did it even work? Yeah, it did. Good. Okay. So now I can go enter again. Let's see. All right, let me just put I want to show you. I just want to show you this. I don't know what's going on with my computer. But as you change this, you can you can filter this down to exactly the person that you're looking for. So not the person you're looking for, but the how many people in your local market. So I think I might be able to do it just by searching right here. Orlando lawyers. Locations. No, it's not doing it, but here's Greater Orlando. And here's Florida. Man, I might have to oh, here we go. Okay. Man, I'm like, I gotta switch back to my laptop. I have a nice laptop. I just wanted to go to Mac, you know. So there's 613 results for people who put lawyer in their profile on LinkedIn. So what's really cool, this is how the flow goes, is like you create content always. You're just always creating content, right? But one of the things I have my VAs do, and this is something you can do when you start out if you're, you don't want to pay VAs, is essentially you just connect with these folks. And what you do is you create a note. You can connect with up to 30,000 people on LinkedIn. Facebook only lets you connect directly with as friends with 5,000. But LinkedIn will let you do up to 30,000. I think they may have raised it to 35. 5 personal invitations remaining this month. So when you give a personal invitation, they only give you so many. If you pay for a premium account, you get unlimited invitations, but you only get so many what's called in-mails. And so I usually have premium, but I have it turned off right now. But you can turn it on. It's kind of expensive, actually. It's like $70 a month for premium. So I'll show you what we're going to do. So I don't have to go give a personalized invitation, but you can. I see that you're a, I didn't even read his profile. He's a partner. You're a partner with something catchy that they're going to recognize right away. QPWB in Orlando. I'd love to connect and see how we can help another. Remember, never come across as the person spamming. You can help them, just they can help you just as much as you can help them. Remember, they provide a service. Try paying me for zero. They're trying so hard to get me to come back. I paid for a long time premium. But I just wasn't using it for a while. I think I can get 2 months now for free. Is what they told me last time. So I sent that to Kenneth. If Kenneth sees it, unfortunately, Kenneth's going to see it and go, "This is he teaches process servers." But here's the thing. Here's the important part about this. I don't want to beat this too bad because I could talk till I'm blue in the face about a lot of this stuff here. But you connect with these folks, and the cool thing about this, just like Instagram, these guys will show everything. LinkedIn will show everything you post as long as they don't have, let's see, if they have hundreds of thousands of followers. Okay, he has 500 plus connections. They don't tell you exactly how many after 500. He could have 5,000, 2,000, but after 500, that's how many you have. It just tells you that, right? What's cool about this is when someone posts something, everything they post shows up. Here's activity. By the way, even your comments show up. So make sure you're being appropriate. See, he commented on this post. This is so cool. Guys, this is Michael Bazzell. This is Michael Bazzell's tool, right? This is his tool, but for business. See, these guys, I don't know who they are. They just messaged me. Am I upset about it? No. I'm like, just okay, whatever. If it was something I found interesting, I might click on it, some university, right? But what I was saying, Michael Bazzell's tool is how you could meet somebody in a group and then start a conversation. He is having a conversation with somebody on LinkedIn. Let's go take a look. This is not okay. Lawyers on LinkedIn probably want to join that group if it's a thing. You can take a break. You can breathe. Fourth Circuit. No, you can't. This one of the reasons why lawyers are much more likely to have mental health issues, blah, blah, blah. All right. This has a lot of engagement. So you can post disgraceful. So just read these before you make a post. Make sure you can say something that probably meets the consensus. Okay. And might be engaging. Have a good day, guys. Peace out. See you later, Brad. Thanks for coming. All right. Yeah. So we don't know who this person is. This is a sports lawyer, right? So she's probably somewhat of like a famous lawyer and people follow her. And so she makes a post and a lot of people are engaged. You should also be engaged. Do you have to go to every single lawyer post? No, but be a part of the conversation and watch how people start following you. You say certain things, you participate, you're a valid member of the thing. Okay, so that's powerful. That right there alone, you guys, is like a tool that because of LinkedIn's business nature, it allows you to see what the person is posting. If you go to my page, I'm not verified yet. Okay. If you go to my page, you can see all the ads for premium. How funny. 43 profile views. Blah, blah, blah. I actually want to view it as where is it at? View. You can actually view as view profile. Let me see. You can actually view as a person seeing it. I'm trying to see where is this
I
at.
did it the other day, had to go through a bunch of, it wasn't very obvious how to get to it.
Yeah, it's always I
I
always end
think
up
it's in
seeing.
settings and privacy, and then,
Yeah, it'll take away all these ads and you can actually
yeah,
see what it looks like. But yeah, we may come back to that later. But yeah, it's pretty easy to find. I mean it's pretty easy to see. It'll show basically this stuff. So it shows your about, it shows your recently post, what you featured. Here's my activity. So this is the article I just posted. So this is not even the article I posted. I just shared it to my personal page as well, right? All of the videos that I'm sharing that are being shared automatically through Opus. Look, I love that it doesn't show that Opus is the one that shares it. See, Facebook actually says shared by Opus. LinkedIn doesn't say that. I really like that. So they don't see that. They just see that I posted something. And who are these random people? Anytime somebody likes or comments on your stuff, okay, he's a branding strategist. I don't need to connect with him. But if he was a lawyer or somebody like a process server that I wanted to connect with, um, they've already liked my content, right? So care about who's liking your content. A lot of us see those posts um, where they talk about somebody being like, oh, like they just care so much about how many likes they got on a post. That should be you. Don't feel bad about it. That should be you. You should care how many likes you got on a post, what kind of content is resonating with your potential audience, and then optimize for that. Make more videos that get more likes. See, I got 5,000 here. You can get up to 3,000, 30,000. So a lot of these are marketing people and all kinds of different people. Okay. But, but usually you don't see this, you just see 500 plus on there. I think from a public view, you do. Make sure your contact information is correct. This is not correct. And I got to update this. This is now mighty process server.com. Make sure that information stays correct because people will visit it. People will click on that little blue contact us. They really will. I promise you. They will. They will look at it to see, do you have your email on there? Um do you have your content on there? All right, so we talked a little bit about doing an article and videos, and those are getting posted. But the most important thing is when you connect with people in your network, like if I click on network, I can see based on people's job changes and birthdays and work anniversaries and education. I'm not a big fan of all that stuff. I'm actually more a fan of connecting with people through this search bar and being very specific about who I'm looking for. If I click on Orlando Lawyers, I can actually look at people, just people. The other one is attorneys, by the way, just in case I forget to mention this. Try different search terms like attorneys. And you can actually, inside of, there's something called Sales Navigator, which we're going to go into the last week. I'm going to sign up for it again, and we're actually going to use this as I want you to see some results from it. I will use it with 123 Legal Support, and we'll connect with some folks here in Albuquerque using it. And I want you guys to go along with me and try this. I love, Jessica, that you're already doing this, But the idea that you can connect with people, once you're connected to them, if they go to LinkedIn, they see notifications, it's going to tell them somebody who you are connected to, Sam Coffee, is hiring. Know anyone interested? If he posted an article, because I follow him, it's going to tell me. New from Michael Spencer. See? So a lot of these attorneys don't spend a lot of time on their LinkedIn. They just kind of create one because it's like a badge of honor when they get their law degree. They go create a new LinkedIn. It's just what they do. And they probably learned it at one point, and that's the only thing they learn about business is creating a LinkedIn. Unfortunately, a lot of lawyers are not great at business. I love my attorney friends, but they know I tell them, I'm like, "Oh, so you just go in court all day? You don't promote your business?" I'm like, when are you going to bring on some new attorneys? When are you going to grow? And most of them are broke. So when people say become a doctor or a lawyer, I'm like, why? If you're going to become a lawyer, you better become a businessman lawyer. Focus on helping people like a corporate lawyer. Those guys can make money because they learn about business, not because they went into some area of law that's better than others. It's because in the process of becoming a corporate lawyer, they learned about business. And learning about business is how you actually make money. It's actually how you, thrive. So as people message you, return your messages and stuff. Um, you'll get there's like a whole messaging tab, which is actually very intricate. Like you can you could have run your whole business from LinkedIn. A lot of people do. Oh yeah, this is about CalsPro. They actually reached out to CalsPro Association, actually reached out to me and asked me to be a speaker via LinkedIn. Isn't that funny? They didn't have my email, I guess. So creating content, connecting with folks, creating content, connecting with new folks, creating content, connecting with new folks. So can you see a pattern? If you can see a pattern, it can be automated. Yeah, Jessica.
How often should we be posting these articles on LinkedIn?
So articles, I would say once a week, I would say would be good. If you can do one every day, do one every day. I say once a week is a really solid strategy. Once a week for any kind of a blog post is good. Now, here's the thing when we'll talk about this the last week for anything email marketing related. I say for law firms, you might think about once a month. And the reason why is because you need more content in that email than you're going to be able to provide in 1 week. And what's cool about this is if you do an article every week and you are intentional about it and you're and you maybe plan the whole theme for that month, but each of those articles are touching a different customer type, then so your eviction people, your judgment recovery people, maybe your skip tracing clients that do debt collection that need you do thousands of skip traces for them or whatever, or you hope to eventually. And then just your average attorney, paralegal customer, which is your base, hopefully, right? Paralegals, an article about, 100 paralegals. These kind of studies are actually really cool. And it would take you a little bit of time, but to call 100 paralegals and actually just do a survey. Hey, this is Mike with 123. I'm just calling you real quick. I know we've done some work for you guys in the past. That's not why I'm calling today. I'm actually calling because I'm doing a quick survey. Do you have a couple of seconds? It's a really quick one. I got 2 questions. And just pick 2 really good questions that paralegals would love to hear about. And also maybe colleagues and stuff like that would love to hear about. That would go really well. Really, really well. Because an article, you ask 2 questions because it could be 2 different articles. So 1 month it's this article, another month you write a whole different article on the second question. We pulled 100 paralegals and asked them what their favorite cup of coffee was. And I don't know, you could do that. You can make it lighthearted if you wanted. But what I would probably do is say something like, what is their biggest, for me and my company, the way my mind works right now, I want to hear what is the biggest struggle that paralegals have with process servers. Okay, and that's related to what it is that you do. And what do they actually look for in a process server? Something like that. What do they actually look for in a process server? And then you're going to get feedback right away from them that could help you in your business with them, right? On that call. And so it's kind of like triple duty. It's a really ninja way of being like triple duty on it, where it's like they're like, well, honestly, process servers have a hard time getting back to us with status, and they take it forever to get the proof of service back. Oh, okay. All right. I'll note that. All right. One more question, and don't even comment on it. One more question. What do you look for in a process server if you have to find one in a new area? And if nobody does that article, that's something I'm going to do because I think I might do it anyway, in my area, because I think it just helps you so much be able to connect with them and you'll get some data that you'll be surprised by. That's what you're after. You're after the data. And then after that conversation, you could turn around and just say, hey, well, I just want to let you know we do communicate status. We do handle that. And we have lots of very happy customers. We have a customer portal that helps with communication, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you already use another server, but if you ever need us, we're here for you. What's a good email for me to send out this article once we're finished with it? So you can see what all the other paralegals have to say. Because that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, send it to me. Here's my thing. Okay. So LinkedIn, great question. And LinkedIn, I think just understanding what we've talked about previously, that it builds on each other, that you create the content, you use Opus to put it out there. So it's just constant postings are happening and it's just active every single day. LinkedIn sends me a thing that says you're one of a handful of people asked to comment on this, for marketing, and so I could go in and I can on these articles and I can comment on these articles, whereas other people, there's only like maybe 100 people that get asked because of my constant posting. It's just like you're active. So LinkedIn is like, let's get him more engaged. Since he's already engaged, let's get him even more engaged. And your attorneys will see you. So for a lot of people that are thinking, very entry level thinking is like, yeah, but how am I going to get customers? You're not trying to get customers. You're trying to build relationships. And those relationships are going to lead to customers. Relationships and branding is what builds the foundation of a business that's going to scale to hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You're not going to be able to do, $40,000, $50,000 a month just getting one job from this individual person who wants to serve his wife. And by the way, he wants to tell you the whole story. And by the way, he got screwed because this court system's always favored the woman. Whatever story you're going to hear, you're always going to hear these stories. And you're always going to have those one-off transactional deals, and you're never going to be able to scale. But if you have you have these big attorney brands they're out there hustling just like we are. So he's out there hustling, trying to get a contract as an attorney to serve all of Chase, or not to serve, to handle all of Chase's cases in this northern region of the courts he's willing to drive to. And when he gets that caseload and he hires 2 more paralegals and he's celebrating with wine and champagne, you want to be the guy or gal that he's thinking about when he's making his plans. Well, I've already talked to Mike. I've already talked to Jessica, Mandy, Ryan. All you got, like, he's already talked to that person who built a brand, who built a relationship with him. And then he's going to call you. Hey, I got great news. Hey, I got great news. I'm ready I just got this new contract. Are you able to serve 5,000 papers next month? Because we have a giant, balloon amount that's been sitting that they've been waiting to give the contract to somebody, and then we're going to have another 2,000 a month for you moving forward. This is how it goes. And so, yeah, so let's get back into LinkedIn. Any other questions we have? That's good. Mandy says she's dead. So I'm trying to, there's just so much here. Sales Navigator. So you know how I'm hitting these searches, right? And it's kind of like, okay, every time I search, I got to put a name. I got to put the person. Sales Navigator. Let's see if it would be nice to do it right now. Let's see if it'll ask me for everything. Come on. It's going to ask me for everything. Let's see. No. You're going to see, this is where they get you. It gets expensive, guys. It's $99 a month. Due today, nothing. Oh, that's so nice of you. October 5th. Yeah. So this is something you could do. I might do that. But Sales Navigator is really cool. You can Google it, you can YouTube it. But essentially what it's doing, I don't know what card that is, so I don't want to try it, but I got to look it up. But essentially what it's doing is when you search on LinkedIn, you're searching based on certain criteria and you're putting in your filters and stuff, right? Well, LinkedIn Sales Navigator lets you create a persona of the ideal type of person. It actually calls it a persona, the ideal person that you're trying to connect with. And you can create multiple personas. So the persona could be, let me just see. Actually, I could probably give you an idea what it's like. So I want the person to make sure the person is in okay, Breaking Bad area, right? Want to make sure they're in there. I'm actually looking for Saul. I'm looking for Saul Goodman. I want Saul Goodman to hire me. Any Breaking Bad watchers here?
Long time ago.
Yeah. Current company. This is really cool. This is so powerful. If you're looking for people specific with a specific law firm, you could contact everybody.
Yeah, yesterday I reached out to two, like a paralegal and a legal assistant at one firm, and then LinkedIn was like, "Hey, here's a list of everybody else at the firm if you want to add them."
Well, well, yeah, I guess so. Let's go. Yeah, that's great. Or finding attorneys that all used to work for one big shot attorney, past company that are like newer. If you find a law firm that basically gets them right out of law school and then and then they all go off on their own eventually, like I've had a couple of those in
I've
Chico.
been, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been noticing that because Kathy has such a big database. I'll go to punch in an attorney and be like, oh, it's this one. And like, I'm matching up addresses and stuff. And I'm like, oh, they must have left and went to, okay, now they're on their own.
Yeah.
So this is a whole, I don't think, I never used LinkedIn for my other business stuff. I just didn't need to. And so this is totally untapped for me. So I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, this is a very powerful method for finding connecting, building relationships. You know, when I built my for when I built my company, the first go around right before e-filing and stuff, it was just process serving. I didn't do any of this. I didn't, I mean, I think I had a LinkedIn profile, but I did not reach out to people. I did not understand the full circle of marketing of like, hey, if I create content just cause and I be the expert and they see me, my likeness, they see my professionalism, they see me creating articles, like I'm the guy. I'm like always there. They always see me. And then they also hear about me from their peers. And then they also see my ad on Facebook. They also see my stuff on Google. Oh my gosh, they're like, first of all, this guy's running a very successful company, right? They're starting to think of things like that. And he has a brand and a reputation to uphold. And if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, there's some kind of leverage they have. They feel like they have, you know. Jessica, you have something?
Yeah, for your profile under your services, I couldn't really find anything that related to what we do. So I just clicked all the types of law that I'd like to target. But is there something better to put under services?
For what you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put legal services or process server, like I put in a custom one,
Oh,
process
I
server.
couldn't figure out how to do a custom.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that here in a sec. Yeah, that's a good question, like building out your profile. That's a good idea. We'll look at that. So you see the results, I got 7. Okay. A 7 in Albuquerque, but before you think, well, what is 7? I need more than that. That's true, you do need more than that. But I was so specific, right? Basically, some people aren't going to put their industry. They're just going to put where they are and what they do, right? Some people aren't going to put other things. But the fact that these guys meet exactly the things that I said, I need to connect with them, right? Because they're all people who will send me work, could send me work. Personal injury law. Those guys are always serving people. Just gonna send without a note so it doesn't limit me, right? So what do? You connect with them. Now here's the cool thing. This is your to-do list, okay? Trademark tech. Seems more like a business person here, but that's okay. He's Jewish, so he's rich. Just kidding. Okay, financial services. Okay, ambitious paralegal. Ambitious paralegal. Careful with your ambitions. Past legal assistant. So she's looking for a job. Provides with a okay. Ambitious. Okay, let's follow her. She doesn't have a connection. If it just says follow, you can click on her, and you can come over here, click more, and then connect. See, sometimes they remove connection like that from there. If you do this enough, it'll tell you, do you know this person? Yes, I do. Stop asking. Okay. Just hit the back button so you don't lose your search. Okay, so I could keep going, and I could. So message, let's see. Let's see, you get 4.6 more responses with premium InMail credits. The benefit of InMail, I just want to mention this. I'm a big fan, by the way, of premium. Don't get me wrong. I am because it gives you Sales Navigator when you have premium. An InMail is basically an email because when they have LinkedIn and they allow for message like this, the way he has it, he is telling LinkedIn, yeah, go ahead and let them send me emails directly if they have InMail. And what he's doing is he's essentially filtering out people who aren't serious or he thinks aren't serious, right? Because if people pay money, you know they're serious. Basically, can I email you? I'm willing to pay $1. Essentially is what you're doing, right? So what happens is they get an email in their email inbox from LinkedIn that says InMail. And then essentially it takes like a snapshot of your entire email to them, puts it in an email so they can read it right there inside their own email without having to log into LinkedIn. So that's the power of InMail. And if you're going to do this seriously at some point, you might want to invest in that. Okay. So we have our list. Now I could go back and I could change the categories. I could take stuff out like legal counseling. Let me just take off law too. See, when I removed law, but I left lawyer, I left Albuquerque, I left industry, it's not as dialed in. So now I have 408 results. Do you see what I'm saying? So start very niche, very, 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 very niche. So you're getting the exact people, those 7 people who took the time to add their freaking industry. Like they really went through their whole profile and like filled it all out specifically. And then start dialing it back. And after you go connect with these 408 people, you can remove these. Show results. Well, I just added like 179. So some of these people are already going to be connected with because you've already connected to 400, right? So this is not 500 new people. This is just adding the 100 more people, 179 people that were more lazy and didn't put their full, fill out their whole profile, right? So you'll connect with all those people. You just go through the whole list and connect with them. Connect. Here's the rule with connections. You can connect up to 79 people, 75? Might be 75. 75 people. So I want you to imagine you connect with 79 people. If Sam accepts your connection request, well, you can connect with another person now. It doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Susan at 2:01 a.m. accepts your connection request. You can connect with another person. So what I like to do is I'll take a day like a Monday. I'll connect with 75 people or click connect, right? Because I'm not connected to them until they accept the connection request. It's kind of like a friend request. And what you're going to find is a lot of people just never log in, never accept your friend request. And so what you want to do is you want to go to so I'm viewing my profile. What's up, Mark? I must have connected. I must have clicked connect on Mark. Okay. Let me see here. My network. Here's where you go. Go my network. See if I remember where to go here. People in the legal services industry you may know. Yeah, so you could go through and connect with these people. This is a process server. Why not? Okay, so you could definitely do that as well. But there is a list of people who've connected with you. I think it's oh yeah, when there's a list. So when there's a list of people who accept your connection request. I haven't done this for a while. Let me see. When there's a list of people who connect with you, accept your friend requests, you'll click on it and there will be a list. And that list is what you go down to then direct message, because once you're connected to them, you don't have to use an InMail. They're your friend. Let me see. I know there's another way to find it too here. Where is it? It's probably under network somewhere. Catch up. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I will just, oh wait, manage my network. Yeah. Groups, pages, followers, connections. Okay, connected 3 months ago. Yeah, here you go. So sort by recently added. Yeah, so you could search this list with filters. So it's under my network. So we were connected 3 months ago. If you go through and you do this every day, you're gonna see connected yesterday, connected 3 days ago, connected whatever. But now that we're connected, I can literally send him a chat message. I don't want to send John a message. But also do not send them a message and then add somebody else to the message, because it will send them all the message and they will all see each other. You don't want to do that. Okay. So just send them individual messages. Commercial real estate. Okay. So this is a lot of real estate stuff I was doing. So what you do is, as you connect with these people, you're going to hit message. Now, what I recommend doing is creating a template. It's been some time since we connected. How have you been? This is good. I like this. It didn't used to do this. So if I send him this, why not? It starts a conversation. So many people have a bad habit. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm not mad at you. Okay. I'm not mad at you because we've all thought this and we've all done this before. But you're gonna have a burning desire. Okay, like I did here. I will say I didn't do that bad, but I did do this a little bit. Looking for multifamily asset. I didn't say, hi, how are you, Judith? I said, hey, Judith, you're looking like a hot babe. You want to come home with me? That's what you're doing here when you give them this blurb. Happy New Year. I would be happy to help you with. Oh, she's a broker. So with brokers, a lot of times you kind of expect them to, but it's interesting. She doesn't have that in her profile. That's interesting. She's kind of probably semi-retired, but anyway, I have my VAs do something like this. So the point is, what you want to do instead is to say, hey, something like this. Judith, great to connect with you. How are you? How is law treated? Something personal would be good. If she was a lawyer, I might say, um, you know, how it looks like you're handling a heavy caseload. How are you? First of all, she's gonna be like, how does he know that? Or what makes him think that? But she doesn't want to assume. A lot of times people want to assume. So you could say something like that. It's a little ninja trick. It's always worked, by the way. People are always like, yeah, it's been crazy. Or no, actually, it's been very slow. Where did you hear that? Either way, you can say, no, I just see you all over online. So it ends up becoming a compliment. But anyway, this is a very personal way about starting a conversation. What we tend to do is we want to give them the paragraph that we can copy and paste. Their name should be somewhere in your first message to them. And you should ask a question, end it in a question that will require a response after making some type of a statement, and you're more likely to get a good response. Also, if I'm an attorney and I'm doing this, this, and that, and I get a random message from some process server, because that's the first thing they do is they click on your profile and they see your profile. And if your profile says, I teach business and marketing to process servers, and they're an attorney, they're going to go, I'm not even replying. So that's why it's super important that your profile is optimized. I'm not messaging attorneys, okay, from my profile. If I wanted to do something like that, I might do it from my business page. Or actually, I would change my profile to match what it is that I'm doing. So if I am on a daily basis sending out messages like that, I would come down here and I would make this my prime profile. Number one process. And I would move this to the top. And the way that you do that is by changing the dates. Just change the date slightly. Make this one the February. You just make this one the freshest, the newest one. And it would show up here. Oh, actually, there's a better way to do it. Make these older. That way this one's still true and correct. Make some of these older and they'll just show up after it. If you have other present ones that you do. Like I have multiple ones, right? Okay, so Jessica, you were talking about how to this part right here, or were you talking
No,
about
go down. Go
right
up,
here?
maybe. Up.
Up?
I think it's up. Above activity. Services, yeah.
Oh, I have all the real estate stuff in here. Let's take a look.
You have
Okay.
to like choose from the list, so that's the issue.
Yeah, I don't know what I did before. Did I do legal services? Let me take off real estate actually. Marketing, business.
And second question, do you want other people, because there's a setting that you can turn on, do you want other people to be able to see when you visit their profile?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, if I click on someone's profile and I'm trying to connect with them, that's an additional notification that they get to see that adds my name, right? Like if I'm using it for finding people, then no. No.
Yeah, sometimes when I just go to LinkedIn, it automatically logs me in and then messes me up when I'm looking for people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, that's a great question actually. Yeah, if you're skip tracing people, you should turn it off. Like if you're actively doing that every day, which I used to do. I used to have that. Legal services. It doesn't even have legal services. Oh, legal consulting. Yeah, legal consulting would be fine. The other one that I highly recommend, is it not going to show up here?
It
Oh,
doesn't
detect.
have that many choices, so
Yeah, business. Let's see.
I went through,
Interesting.
I did A, I did B, I did C just to see what would pop up
Yeah,
as options, and I didn't really get anything. So I just added all the different types of law that I wanted.
it's funny that notary shows up. Notary, real estate, all of your traditional things that people you know. Also, a lot of times a lot of these companies or industries, sorry, they've had the sheriff, the sheriff did it. So um we're very much a niche, you know. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Train and mentor process servers. We got rid of realtors. Mhm. Da-da-da-da. President Mighty Process Server. And I did do that. I just gonna focus on process servers instead. Just get rid of all this. President of Mighty Process Servers. Mighty Processor right now, train imager. Okay, save. So, yeah, you got to update it. You can see right there, I didn't even have it updated. You got to update your stuff regularly, come back in, change it, according to what you're doing. And hopefully you can be consistent and keep doing the same thing for a while, right? Change your public profile URL. You can actually put your URL to match your Instagram, your Facebook, and all that. I didn't talk about this too much, but you want to have, if I click on home, let's see if it shows it right away. Yeah, over here. So you want to have your business pages. If you don't have a business page, a lot of people stick with their personal profile for a long time. I'm like, you need a business page. And the reason why, because eventually we're going to talk about this the last week of this month. You're going to want to run ads. LinkedIn ads and Facebook ads are one of the cheapest ways to get impressions and views. I'm talking about like maybe $30 a month, $20 a month for LinkedIn, and then $20, $30. Like if you create a post, this is something I heard somebody say, which I resonated with so much, is if you create a post and you're unwilling, like you're willing to take an hour to create this post, connect with people on LinkedIn, do all this stuff, but you're unwilling to spend $5 on that post, you probably didn't put enough time and effort into your post. If you can't spend $5 on an article to boost the article, you probably don't care about the post that much. Now, when you first start out, don't get me wrong. When you first start out, of course, you're going to post, you should get in the habit of posting. But mentally, is the article worth $5? Yes, but I'm not going to pay it yet. So I'm just starting out. But when the time comes that you have money to invest back in your business for marketing and stuff, you should do it. And then last week, I'm going to teach you guys about that. So we're creating posts, we're creating podcasts, we're creating social media clips that we're scheduling out on LinkedIn. We're scheduling to post out everywhere. We are connecting with attorneys, specifically ninja targeting those attorneys. And then when they connect with us, you guys saw that last part. When they accept our connection request, it's going to put them in a list. And that's our to-do list. Message them. Hey, how's it going, Brad? I don't know why I said Brad. Was that guy's name Brad? Anyway, they connect with us. We start a conversation with them. My goal would be to meet with each of them personally in person. If they're going to make the time to meet with you and actually have a conversation with you, hey, I'm a local process server. We actually just started my company. Whatever the truth is, I'd like to connect with you. I'd love to buy you lunch or maybe someone on your team lunch and connect with your office and see how we can work together. It's a lost art. And if you do it, you will build a relationship, a friendship. And when you do that, it will pay dividends. I mean, they will. I've had attorneys that I was like, does he even like me? Because I did such a good job for them. And this is the key element, because I did such a good job for them, they would come back and they would tell their paralegals. They get a new paralegal, start using somebody else. I would call them and go to Raul. I call him Raul, this old guy who was like real kind of mean to everyone on my team. And but he kept sending us work forever because we did a good job. And I called him one time, like, Raul, I haven't gotten a job from you for a while. He goes, yeah, my daughter. He's like, what? He's like, no, we just started a new case. We sent out 12 jobs yesterday on this thing where you had a bunch of subpoenas that had to go out. And I said, well, what happened? Come to find out, his daughter, who's an attorney, who would usually handle his stuff like a paralegal kind of for him, she would send him to us. And so they had another paralegal that had come on and just found someone off of Google, somebody else. And so he immediately was like, I heard him on the phone, right there on the phone. No, 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 no. We use process server daily. You know, you call them up, cancel them. But I already sent them out. Call them up, cancel them. We use process server daily. So a part of it, I think, was he was showing off on the phone a little bit because that was his personality. But I think the other part of it is like he wanted to know, because we had a relationship that was kind of back and forth, that he wanted me to know that because I'd get cut him off before when he was too rude to one of my people. I said, we're not serving for you anymore. And he's like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Michael? That's how he talked. Like, you were rude to one of my people, and Cassandra, she's my office manager. And I think she said that you were cussing at her. I was like, you're an attorney. You take an ethics as an attorney. You know you can't talk to people that way. Michael, I'm sorry. You're really gonna do this? And he called me back like an hour later and said he was sorry. He cussed at my daughter one time, actually. My teenage daughter, she answered the phone like 16. She was working in my office, way back in the day. And he really apologized that time. He was like, I'm so sorry, Michael. So you get these customers, these attorneys, they think that their poop don't stink. It does. It smells really bad, actually. It just sometimes they're just jerks. So anyway, back to the point. You're connecting and you're building relationships with these people. They're going to send you work. The way that you keep them is by doing a good job. That's it. You do your service is what will keep the customer, and it will give you new customers too, because they will start to come to you in scale. So just one more quick review. I'll share my screen here again. LinkedIn. Just having a page that everything gets posted to, and you can start to market it later. Okay, it gives you so many analytics and stuff to be able to help you grow it as well. Jessica.
So I didn't realize that you can do a business page also. So with what we learned today, should we be posting the same stuff on both your personal and the business page?
Yeah, so I'd post it on the page, and then you're sharing the page. It's actually
Okay.
the same exact thing for Facebook. Okay, it's the same concept, right? So if you go to Facebook, and you click on, yeah, my marketing page. So let's just say 123 file. So on 123, if I post something like, let's say I posted this on February, I post this to the page. I don't need to share this same exact image. Oh, it came from Instagram. Yeah. So I don't need to post this same exact image on from my personal profile. What I would do is just always share to my page, always share to my page, and then share my page's post to my profile. Right. So, and you could just put some little tidbit of information here, like, um, you know, give us a try. We'll serve your guy. I don't know, whatever. So, and then you just, you put your phone number. This is very much a marketing. This is very much an ad, right? 833, what is it? 693 3453. It's 1833 we E5, I think is what it is. Okay. 693 3453. Yeah. So now if I go to my profile, I click on my profile. Okay. It's still loading. Hold on. There you go. See, it just shows up. Now you can have it where it auto posts to your profile. You can set that up using Zapier. You can also set it up. I think Facebook will auto post to Instagram, and Instagram will auto post to Facebook. But to get it to also share to your profile is something you got to use Zapier or something else for. So great question. But yeah, that's what I would do. You don't have to. You don't have to post things directly on your profile. As a matter of fact, as your business grows, like having things on your profile is like almost um I'm not a purist when it comes to pages versus profiles. Some people are very crazy about it, and they say that, well, it's actually against Facebook's terms of use and blah 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 blah. I'm just about what works, you know? But in all reality, the page works better. So whether you're on LinkedIn or Facebook, it works better, because when you get something that really pops off, like let's say I do an article, I do another article, and each one's getting 12 views, 50 views, whatever it is. And then one article, some famous person shares it and it gets 400,000 views. If you were to boost it with even just $100, okay, a 400,000 view viral post with $100 is going to get you millions of views on that post, because LinkedIn and Facebook already know that it's a good post, so it's sharing it. But as soon as you say, "Hey, let's put some dollars behind it," it will compete against other ads when it competes dollar for dollar against other ads, it's just going to take dollar for dollar against ads. But what something marketers don't talk about a lot of times is that it's not just dollar for dollar, it also is customer interest. Gary Vee talks about this in his book, is the what does he call it? Day trading attention. And is the name of his book, Day Trading Attention. You actually have there's like this other element of if the customer or potential LinkedIn viewer or Facebook viewer would rather see this post and the dollar for dollars are close and yours is even a little less, you're willing to spend a little less than the other person dollar for dollar per click, then they'll make you show up because you're already viral. So it's like almost like just a hyper viral way of like sharing a post. So that's the reason, is because one day, which you can't control, one day the social platform is going to is going to randomly bless you in a way that you need to be prepared for. And you can't do that on your profile. You cannot run ads on your profile. You can only run ads on your page. I think that's it, guys. I think that's LinkedIn in a nutshell. Obviously, having a page, I could go through creating a page, just very, very simple. Let me go back to admin. If you come over here to for business up here in the top right, you can just go create a page. Let's see. Create a company page right here.
I'm doing mine right now.
I would love to see it. Let's share it. Below this video, if you guys are watching inside the community, I'm going to post a post below that's I want to see your LinkedIn links. Let's connect with each other on LinkedIn. Let's follow each other. And yeah, I'm excited. Lots to do today, so I'm going to cut it short. But if you guys have questions, do you have any questions right now?
Nope, but I'm really glad that you did this today. I was going to ask if you could do LinkedIn just because I just started, but yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you.
LinkedIn is so much fun. It's so much connecting with people is fun because you start to actually have real conversations with people inside of that when they start connecting with you, accepting your connection request. And you're like, this actually works. It's kind of like the prospecting stuff. You're actually like, I'm actually talking to a paralegal that is one of the largest firms in town, and I'm taking her to lunch today. Like this works, What's up, Mandy? Looking all dolled up. You going out knocking on doors today? Oh, you're muted.
I'm gonna go do a bunch of paperwork that I didn't do last night, and I'm kind of not pumped about it. But
You're
so I think I
creative
cracked the
avoidance.
screen on my phone. So if I'm a little weird looking, my new phone's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. No, nothing weird. I like the
Yeah,
turquoise. It's New Mexico. Totally New Mexican.
this I'm from Arizona.
Oh, that too.
I'm from Arizona, so I got a lot of turquoise.
Yeah, Arizona does that too. Yeah, a lot of Indian culture and stuff, Native American culture. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep. But I've been listening the whole time, and so I'm excited to get on there. I'm gonna have to put aside an hour or two and dig into it, though.
So one rule that I have for me and anybody like, in my family and stuff is we have this rule. It's a never plan to plan, always plan. So if ever you're saying, I'm going to sit down and really plan out, that's when you've gone too far. To say I'm going to do it in the future is fine. That's okay.
Yeah,
But if planning to plan comes in, that's where I'm always like, okay, creative avoidance has
I'm gonna do that
full
today.
swing. Yes,
I'm on
okay.
it. I'm on it. Okay.
All right, good.
Thank
Well,
you.
I appreciate you guys coming and appreciate taking action, sharing what's going on inside the communities. I saw Andy's post yesterday. I almost felt bad for him because I saw like 9 comments and I couldn't see any of them. And because I had blocked, I'm sure it's because they're people that I have blocked at some point. And I'm like, so I appreciate you guys when you share in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Some people who've never been here will hate on it. And I'm like, if you just showed up, you might actually learn something, is what I usually tell people. And they're like, yeah, hold your breath. I'm like, okay. And they're still welcome. I would still take Bill Ham or Ryan Crumley or any of these other haters. I'd take them in here because they would actually learn something. They would actually learn that I'm trying to help people. This is not a scam. We're not scamming people here. We're building companies and we're networking together and we're having a good time doing it. So thank you guys again for coming. And I'm going to post below. By the way, today is the last meeting for over a week. And so I will see you guys in a Monday, not this next week, but the next Monday was going to be our very next meeting. And I might do like an impromptu meeting just to kind of see how you guys are doing next week. But I'm going to hit the road on Thursday of next week and going to be gone, traveling for the next month. I actually have people coming taking care of my dogs and everything here. So I'm pretty excited. What's up, Brian?
So we won't see you till
Let me share my screen. Let's
for
look
a
at it real
week?
quick. Yeah. Are you gonna have withdrawals?
Are we going to survive?
No, I was getting into a rhythm here.
Yeah.
Well, we have a
So
lot to work on and catch up on, so
yeah,
I think it's going to
Yeah,
be
no,
good.
you're right. No, you're totally right. So
yeah,
at
it's good.
the
This
same
is,
time.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I want to kind of refresh everybody's memory on that. So yeah, here's next week. I'm gonna be traveling right on the road. Um, it's the last week I have my kids too, right? I'm gonna be dropping them off for 3 months with their mom. So I'm gonna be like hardcore working on this stuff with you guys for 3 months, basically. So on the 16th, we'll be back here again. Mighty Marketing will continue. So we'll have 2 more weeks of this. Just about 2 more weeks, 7 days of Mighty Marketing. And we're basically going to cap off all the marketing training, all the stuff that I can think of, which is quite a bit of marketing because I love marketing. But just a quick recap, if we go to Classroom and we click on marketing, this just the Google My Business listings alone right here, get listed. So that's the training, day one training. But if you click down here to get listed, listing your business on all of these directories, on all of them. Why are we doing it again? So we can get those high domain websites to be pointing back to our website. If you don't already have a website, of course you got to have one. You got to build one or have us build one for you, mightywebsitebuilder.com. And then content creation is all about finding, are you going to use StreamYard or are you going to use Zoom to record your long form videos where you're actually recording videos? Guys, I know some of you don't want to do videos. That's okay, but figure out what kind of AI are you going to use? What kind of, B-roll are you going to use? Are you going to record a video with your phone where you're just like showing driving around town? Some people do that, right? Process servers, put a dash cam where you're just driving around town all day and you have your voiceover. So now you just got to voice over that or something. You got to figure out some way of creating content to promote what you're doing. And you just do like one video per month and then you clip it using Opus. It'll make a bunch of clips. It listens to what you're saying and it'll give like a 60-second clip. Showed you how to do that in this video. And you don't have to use ManyChat, but it's a social bot, so you don't have to keep going into Instagram all the time. Podcast, taught you how to create a podcast using StreamYard. I'm going to add some more videos on this same tab right here for StreamYard because StreamYard would not work on Safari on my Mac, unfortunately. So, but you need to do, it's my favorite tool for recording, honestly. Day 4, which for some reason, is that today? Oh, yeah, that's today. So that'll go in here. And, and this is all, yes, we focused on LinkedIn, but a big part of it is just connecting, reaching out directly and connecting with folks. And using all the stuff that we've talked about previously, including your website and your content and everything else. So there's a lot to do between now and that. So it gives you a week to catch up on that. And I'm going to do little mini videos here before I leave as well that talk about how to actually create an account for each of these. I think I'm going to add LinkedIn pages here. That'll be cool. Advertising and paid traffic. Yeah, and so the next week when we come back, I'm going to talk about advertising and paid traffic. And my goal here is for you guys to actually, I'm hoping to surprise you that you're going to be like, whoa, for $20 I could get 35,000 views on a video. Yeah. If it's the right video and you get enough boost, organic boost on it in the very beginning, which we can help each other with. We can all like each other's posts. We can all share each other's posts and give it a little bit of like organic virality and then turn around and add a little bit of dollars to that. And it's going to go a long way. So instead of like 2 cents per view, you could potentially get 0.0001 cent per view. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a huge difference. So cool stuff. So Mandy, yeah, sorry, sweetie. You're like, I
I
want.
made 20, I made $20. I'm not good at social media. Like I do it a lot though, and I post videos of my when I ride my motorcycle. And I started getting views, and then now like I'll do a post. It might not even be a video. It might just be a post of something, and I'll get a ton of views, and at the end of the month I get like $20 from Facebook.
Oh yeah, if Facebook's giving you money, you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving me like 20, but sometimes it's 5 because then if I get in trouble, I have to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, if Facebook's giving you money, it means you're getting enough views for it to that someone's
Yeah.
running ads on your stuff, which is what you want. And if you're doing that with your business, if you can create a business page and get
Hmm.
that same kind of traffic and be able to boost it. So when you get one of those videos that pops off, you
Hmm.
know, and actually that's a great angle. Motorcycle process server, you know, strikes again, you know, you drive between. Just do a quick clip where you could do it safely, but the way the video looks like you kind of go between two cars, you do your thing, you pull into someone's, you know, next to someone's driveway, serve them, get on your bike, drive off. That alone could be like
Oh, I could do a skit. I have weirdo friends that would be so down.
somebody chasing you with the papers and you're like, "Brr,
Yeah.
brr," you know, taking off.
Okay.
People
All
would love
right.
that.
Challenge.
That alone, like a 15-second clip of you running, jumping on your bike, turning back, and somebody going with papers like, "Get back here." That would be that's it, just 15 seconds of that, and you're driving off and you're safe, and you're like, oh God, man, that was close, you know, or something. People would share it and
Yeah,
people would
yeah.
like it. And at the end of the day, what does it show? That you serve papers, you know?
Yeah. Well,
Simple.
there's not to go off because I know we're getting off this, but there's a in the motorcycle world when you go to all the shows and all the stuff, there's like these law tigers. I think it's called Tiger Law or something.
Yeah.
There's him, and then there's Russ Brown, who's like the big motorcycle attorney, right? So
Yeah.
if it doesn't even matter what you're selling. If you want a tent and you're motorcycle related, they'll give you a custom tent with their name on it, right? Russ Brown, legal attorney, motorcycle attorney specialist is what he is.
Yeah.
And then there's Tiger Law, and there's a couple girls locally that ride. And one girl, she always puts the Tiger Law up in her little, they pay her, they give her money to like advertise for them, and I'm like,
Wow.
my only hang up is that because people ask me if I serve on my bike all the time, and I don't like I only do it if I know like I'm going to like El Dorado Hills, like a really nice area to like a business, you know what I mean? Or something where I'm not like right up in so much like I don't want to be marked on my motorcycle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a small town. So anyway.
Yeah, with that, I you know, I used to have a Prius as I upgraded from a Mitsubishi Montero with all the roll cage and bars and everything, and I got a Prius, and I'm not a Prius guy. I'm a truck guy, Chevys, you know,
Yeah.
Harleys. But I got a Prius because I was putting like 400 miles a day, and I put these little tags on the back. I put on my license plate was 530 served. I still have it, and I started getting notice where people were like, "Hey," I get a random text message, be like, "Hey, I'm here." Be like, "What do you? Who is this?" Like, "This is a person you agreed to serve here at Walmart. I just saw you drive by." I'm like, "What?" They're like, because they see my little thing on the side of the car with my phone number, and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I can't be this found. Yeah, I need to be
Yeah.
discreet." So
I
having
know.
it parking in the garage,
I'm on the lookout for a little Honda or a little Subi or something. Um,
yeah,
just because I mean I have a Tacoma, which is pretty common around here, but still.
yeah,
But anyway, but I think the motorcycle thing, you're right. And you're the second person who's very creative who told me like you should do the motorcycle
yeah.
angle.
You don't have
So
to serve
okay.
on the bike all the time. You just
No,
get
no,
on the
no.
bike, and when you go to attorney's offices to deliver proofs,
Yeah.
ride the bike.
Or go to the
Yeah,
courthouse
yeah,
or any kind of thing where it's like a public,
yeah,
where it's safe. But you know, or some dude, random dude. I can't. I guess. Oh, I think everyone's gone. Well, Brian's still here, but apparently I'm still finding out. But I think they did charge that guy with assault.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know. I get it goes to the DA, so I'm waiting to get the report. But
Okay.
yeah, it got me thinking a little bit. I'm gonna take a self-defense class. I mean,
Yeah.
I have my CCW and stuff, but you know, I look at it, I bartended for years and years, and there's that a fine line where it's like I didn't feel like that guy was like coming at me aggressively,
Right.
right? He just didn't know what his line that he had crossed the line. And anything I would have done could, to me, I feel like would have just escalated it.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. And would you have full control? It's a part of it is confidence, right? Like
Yeah.
if you have a taser and you use it and you've tried it, you've tased yourself and you've tased your friends and your dogs and just had fun with it, you're gonna have a level of confidence that when the
Yeah.
person puts his hand in there and you go, rant, and you know you're not gonna kill him with it, probably, unless he has a heart condition, maybe. But you know you're not gonna kill him with it.
Yeah.
He's gonna flip out of it and he's gonna take his hand out of the door, whatever, for a second, and you're driving on. Like, do you think through scenarios like, what
Mhm.
would I do? What I don't want to scare you, but like, what would you do? Because you're kind of a small gal. If some guy like my size were just to grab you and pull you in the house, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know, what are you gonna do?
Fair
Think
enough.
through these.
I really do stay like I've started, like I really am conscious about like knocking and then stepping back enough to where they can't grab me and pull me. You know what I mean? I want to
Mhm.
have that distance. But yeah, it got me thinking. And I'm friends with the chief of police. He lives around the corner, or he worked. The office is around the corner. And he just told me the other day, he's like, "You need to go do this jujitsu class." And I'm like, you know what? I think he's right. Just putting myself,
Yeah,
because with the gun, like, you know, my dad's a CCW instructor. Like, there's situations where a gun is not going to help you if
yeah.
you're getting grabbed. You don't have, you know, so there's like a whole nother, yeah, you're cool, you got a gun, but like in our situations, I don't necessarily think that that's the
It
you there's
shouldn't
a
be your
lot of other
first.
ways to avoid that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the last
that's
thing.
why that's why I talk about the escalations, right? So, you know, you have your taser, you have your pepper spray, you have the
Yeah.
gun. And the gun is basically like I'm in his house, he's on top of me and he doesn't know I have a gun and now here we go. And I
Yeah.
have one arm free and here we go. You know, but hopefully there's levels of escalation so before it ever reaches that point, you're able to pepper spray, you're able to get away, run away and call the police and get into a safe situation. And like you said, with the turning your truck around the other day, you're saying that those kinds of things right there go so far. They put you in a situation where you never, like,
I would have
honestly,
never been in it. I would have never, if I was going the other
yeah,
direction, I would have never been in that situation. I would have been gone before he got
yeah,
to me. So,
yeah. And then also being a woman, like I think when I took my CCW, I've done in California and Florida and now here, New Mexico, every time it's similar, but you learn something different. And one of the things we learned is, you know, the level of threat of a man versus a woman. You actually have more of what do they call it? Reasonable doubt to pull a gun when I
yeah.
don't even have one, or I may
Yeah.
not even have one. Like, so when your example of a guy coming up to the truck, window doesn't get rolled down, I might even run you over. If I was a woman and there's some guy coming back with the papers, you could just straight up, like, seriously, I'm not stopping. You're getting ran
I
over.
know, and you know what it was?
Yeah.
He had his freaking dog there, and I was worried that I didn't want to hit the dog. Like I know I'm like in my mind, I shouldn't even say it out loud, but I kept thinking,
No,
you know,
it's
but when I
valid.
was thinking, I was like, the dog's there, you know?
It's valid though. It's valid.
Yeah,
It's
I know,
valid. And
but
that's the whole
anyway.
reasonable thing. The reasonable doubt thing is like, did you fear for your life? That's what they say, right? Did you fear for your life? If you fear for your
Yeah.
life, run the guy over. You know, if you don't
Yeah,
fear for your life, then just slowly go, hey, I can't roll down the window. He puts it in the windshield wiper, drive off anyway.
I know.
Don't take
I
it
just
off and
couldn't see. I couldn't, because I'm so short. I can't see like
Mhm.
being 5 foot tall in my Tacoma and it's like lifted. It's like, so that's why
Yeah.
I was like, I was gonna grab them. And anyway,
But don't think about it
now
from
I just learned so
Yeah.
much and I'm safe and that's how
Yeah.
it rolls, right? Like it's the same, like I told my friend, I was kind of scared to tell her. But she was like, Mandy, I was a behavioral health nurse. Like that doesn't scare me at all. Cause she just got her serving license. I was gonna have her help me. She didn't even bat an eye at it. Cause we're like, it could happen at the Roseville Galleria just as easy, right?
Mhm.
At the
Yeah.
mall. So anyway, I
Yeah.
won't keep you guys,
Yeah.
but thank you for
Well,
that.
well, yeah, I just stay safe out there and, on the bike too, of course. And that's the other
Yeah,
thing when you're serving on a bike is you don't have that protection of just
you're
float go
right.
up.
And that too. So that's the main reason. But yeah, if I'm going to business or to the courts, heck yeah, I'm on my bike. But
Mhm.
okay, we got homework.
Yep, yep. I'll see you guys in a week and just let me know
Thank
and said
you.
I'll be in the community commenting and chatting and then congratulations on the website sign up. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. She's a great designer and you just gotta be a little bit patient with her. She deals with a lot and she has OCD. So she makes sure she's like meticulously does everything and
Okay.
one good thing that's different is you'll be able to just send her an email like, can you change this? Hey, can you update that? Can you add this to this page? And she'll do all that for you. You just email her.
Brad. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay,
All right.
have fun.
Well, thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody watching the replay. Just don't forget to comment below your LinkedIn link, whatever the LinkedIn is to your page, so that the people of the community can follow you and support you. And I'm going to have a ton of resources here in this exact course on site inside the classroom section on in school, which is our education and community for Mighty Process Server. So if you're not a part of the community already, go to mightyprocessserver.com. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Like the video on YouTube and